up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans. Like, today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Sensen Senki Chapter 2. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we're at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Willow Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season coming to a close, in which today we are going to be covering Marriage Toxin. We're also covering Marimashita Aruma-kun, Yomi no Tsugai, Kani Banashi, Digimon Beat Break, Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom, and Witch Hat Atelier, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, first of all, let me just remind you that this series is one of like 3 that I am kind of experimenting with this Chrome manga translator extension, and there isn't a English fan translation out for this one yet. So to the English fan translators that are watching my content, because I know there are quite a few of you that are, if you want to translate the series and make my life a million times easier, I did post the raws for this series in my Discord, so please go check out my Discord. The link is in the description box below. So I thought about long and hard what this series is kind of given, because a lot of people are saying that this is the next Gachi Yakuda. And I understand why they're saying that, because it's based on like the character designs and shit like that. And even to an extent, Raika's personality. So I can understand that. But to me, what the series is giving, especially based on the first chapter, it's giving like a mixture of Gachi Yakuda meets Orient. Oh my god, especially Orient. Well, minus the Bushi aspect, mind you, but like, if you've read, I love Orient. If you've read Orient, like Orient, there was all these different sacrificial rituals that were being done to create like weapons and shit. And it's just like, yeah, that's what this is giving. And hell, in the first chapter, the main characters were in like a demon prison, essentially. So, yeah, that's where everyone was doing like hard labor and shit. So yeah, that's what this is really giving. It's really giving like Orient meets Gachi Yakuda. But anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. It hurts. Painful? Why? I was definitely supposed to be dead, right? Oh yeah, this guy with his Game Boy Color. You get it, right? Your whole body hurts, huh? Sorry to bother you at a tough time, but there's something I'd like to ask you. Who are you? Well, I'm the guy who called you back, aren't I? No wounds. It should have been a fatal wound. This man, did he really? Really? Was it you who saved us? Me and the children. Well, that's not quite right. The only one I saved was you. Just, who are you? What are you trying to say? Well, where are the children? They were supposed to be with me. Won't you answer me? The children, well, look, they've been right there this whole time. God, this art is great. The bite wound on the shoulder was big, so the brother and sister, 2 of them, the one with the leg, so they fixed the shoulder. The one with the broken leg was a boy, and the baby was used to repair the intestines. There's so much I want to know from you. Aren't you dead? Looking pretty comfortable? Oh my god. And then you're carrying meat. That's just right for repair. You were really lucky. Well, it's that thing about sacrificing the small to save the big. Dude, what an asshole! Dude, this dynamic is very similar to, I can't remember who off the top of my head. It was Musashi and someone else, but this is very similar to what we saw at Orient as well. Oh my god, this really is giving Orient meets Gachi Akuda. Holy shit. It's just Raika is not Musashi. Musashi is more happy-go-lucky. That's why. What did you say? To that face! You're not short-tempered. You aim for the head without hesitation. And let's be real, Musashi would do that too. And same with Rudo. Why are you worried about others? Isn't your own life the most important thing? Besides, I'm the one who saved you, you know. What? The hatchet rusted in an instant. Woo! The cloth I've infused with my soul won't tear that easily. Okay, now this right here is where I'm like, yeah, this is where I could see this being more like a Gachi Akuda situation to an extent. Because I think, if I remember correctly, Orient had something similar to this too. I gotta remember if there were... I know it was mainly swords that had this, mind you, but I think there were other exceptions. I just can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a long time since I've read Orient. The cloth I've infused with my soul won't tear that easily. What is this cloth? It's as hard as steel. I brought you back to life because I needed a guide, but if I felt like it, I could extract information from your corpse, you know. Want me to finish you off again? Fine, I'll stop being hostile. How boring. So in the end, you're begging for your life. I had my hopes up for nothing. I said fine, didn't I? Please stop the act already. I smell a good person. Woo! Keep going. From your scarf, I smelled the scent of milk. You breastfed a baby. You breastfed a baby? I'm guessing he fed, it has to be he gave milk from a bottle, aka, that's what my guess is. Feeding a baby means you at least have some heart. Surely the children must be safe too. Am I wrong? Yeah, I wonder about that. After I've had my fun killing, what if he's a pervert with a habit of drinking milk and taking a smoke? Uncle, the kids are alive. Uncle, I picked up firewood like you said. Big brother woke up. Why did you tell such a lie earlier? So the kids are alive. He was just being such an asshole. No particular reason. Come on, take a seat. Just a joke. A joke. You hearing that your boy saved those kids. I wanted to test him. He's got brains and guts. Oh, so he's friends with his father. You're truly interested, kid. Dude, this is some Orient shit. It is. Not specifically related to Musashi, mind you, but oh my god, what's his name? This is gonna piss me off. It's with Kojiro's. That's what he's kind of giving. That's who he's giving. Raika is giving very Kojiro in a way. It's like Kojiro and Musashi rolled into one. And then this guy here is kind of giving Takeda a little bit. That's who he's making me think of, because that interaction that Musashi has with Takeda initially when he first meets him, it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's who he's giving. If you're an Orient reader, let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's really interesting, kid. Speaking of which, you said earlier, infused with soul. I told you. So your technique is indeed soul art, then are you some renowned Taoist or something? All I know is that most corpse driving, the art of manipulating the dead. I've never heard of a technique to bring someone back to life. Well, I suppose that it has to be at my level. A level like mine, just who exactly are you? And you are, if you're going to address your savior, shouldn't you introduce yourself first? Huh, oh, right. My name is Raika. My country is, well, you're not being very clear, are you? Well, my country is, in terms of where I took shelter, it's Toa. In terms of being subjugated, it's Hokukaku. But honestly, I don't know where I was born. Roro. What? My name is Mora Wolf. I don't know where I was born. But now I hunt monsters and demons. I'm playing the role of a sage. A sage like the one in fairy tales? That kind of sage? Yep, that sage. Beyond this world where humans live, there are countless monsters beyond human understanding. Dude, this is fucking Orient! This is straight up Orient! This is Orient, but like with sages slash necromancers instead of Bushi. That's what this is! Especially since it says here, blades won't work on such monsters. Only soul arts are effective. This is the next Orient. That's what this is. Yeah, it's never going to be as good as Orient. I'm sorry, but that's what this is. This is straight up the next Orient. That's what this is. The original purpose of a sages was pest extermination through soul arts. So what we deal with isn't some street corner amusement. It's the real soul arts. That's how we supported human civilization from the shadows. Dude, I hope I'm not the only one that realizes that this is fucking Orient. Oh my god, I hope I'm not the only one that realized that this is Orient. But that was a fucked up thing that this asshole did by telling Rika that he killed the kids. That was messed up. But in every area, there are those who lose their way. This is Orient! That one of all things, turned the sage's techniques against living humans, making monsters his underlings, sought even greater power and repeated experiments with no regard for life. Yes, this is Orient! This is straight up Orient! Well, wait a minute. Even if you suddenly bring up something like that, what does that have to do with me? It does have to do with you. The scoundrel I'm chasing, that man is, let me make this bigger. Oh my god, this is just straight up Orient. Holy shit. The leader of the North Pavilion, Kyoenko. What if I told you that's what he calls himself? However, even with his name known, his origins and abilities remain unknown. Not even my comrades know anything about him. But the one who could defeat a Zeon like him is only another Zeon. My duty is to strike him down. Kyoenko. So I was brought back to life for that, huh? I understand. Ask me anything. Thank you, but still, you don't need to ask. Enter. It's more accurate to say, I put my soul into you. Okay, this is where it's gonna be a little bit different than Orient. Like, overall so far, like, the premise and shit, that is like some straight up Orient shit. The Yamane no, like, I can't remember the Brotherhood, that's who I was thinking. The Obsidian Brotherhood. What Wolf is describing is straight up the Obsidian Brotherhood, let's be goddamn real. But, like, the soul portion here of, like, him putting his soul into, Rika, like, that's a little bit different. It's kind of like what we saw in one of the really twisted experiments. We saw it was for Michiru. That's what it is. It's Michiru. That's what it kind of feels like to me in a way. But yeah, this is fucking Orient, man. This is Orient. This is like a I should say oh god. Let's keep going here. You don't need to ask. Enter. It's more accurate to say I put my soul into you. Another person's soul is a foreign object, so normally it can't stay in the body. But people always have an organ that exchanges foreign objects from the outside. That's the eyes. Scenes you want to see, scenes you don't want to see. The eyes can't spit out or reject anything, right? That's why I enter you through your vision flowing into you. So as long as I have you witness this, whether you like it or not, that you have to face the memories. That sucks! To once again see the scenes you don't want to remember. Roro. Oh, this is gonna be. So this is where I will say this is maybe a little bit different than Orient in some regard. Maybe. I'd say this is where it's a little bit different than Orient. Like some of the shit, and obviously some of the shit here is different than Orient, but like a lot of the shit that we're seeing here is like, as I said, you could totally see that, like, this is shit that I saw, or if you read Orient, you see in Orient. It's just with a different skin. Am I mad at it? No, I'm not, because it's not like a straight up copy and paste of Orient. No, I think this manga is doing its own thing. I just think it's funny that everyone is saying that this is the next Gachikuta when, in all reality, it really is like the next Orient. I might change the title of the first chapter, my first chapter live reaction to the next Orient, because that's what this is. I'm begging you, do it. You know what? This is kind of like when they're going through Rika's memories. It's kind of making me think of the shit with the Obsidian Goddess that Musashi goes through. That's what it's kind of making me think of. Through the gap between my middle fingers, will you look into my eyes from here? Stare right at them. Stare deep. Stare deep. Stare deep. Acupuncture meridian. Halt the march. Oh, here we go. Halt the march. Halt the march. Halt the march. I'm in. Amazing. It's just like last night. That's me from last night. And so is everyone. I'm sure you already know this, Rika-kun. They are merely your memories, illusions, shadows of a past that can no longer be changed. Keep 10 shaku of a distance from those around you. Wait, keep 10 shaku of a distance from those around you. This is to prevent private conversations. Roa, right after this, everyone will start murmuring, and then it suddenly stops because that guy appears. Kyo in red. Hey! Oh, come on, you don't understand anything at all. Listen to me, everyone get down. At this rate, everyone will die. 3 shaku, no, 4 shaku maybe. Ooh. That's why I told you it couldn't be changed. Kyo and Kurenai, just who the hell are you? Where did you get this much power? You rode the soul of murderous intent on the wind against living humans and struck everything that touched this wind, commanding them to be split in 2. That guy changed his sword arc from 3 feet to 4 feet. He could have killed everyone, but he deliberately left them alive. That's right, he only left the children for the feast. That would come afterward. To turn them into something other than human. Really, did something like this really happen? Those monsters, though, those are straight from Ranger Reject, okay? I still stand by that. Rika, Kushi, your memories from the shock of resentment, aren't they just messed up? Did it look this way? No way. Could it be the memory? No, that is what you call a puppet, an automaton created by refining a soul. It's the same technique I used to enter Rika-kun's. That night, he sent this into Rika-kun's eyes through the shooting meridian. When a celestial like me appears to search for his traces, it's a trap to eliminate the memory holder. Dude, this design is sick. I love this. But yes, this is something I would see in Orient too. I'm not gonna lie, I could totally see this being in Orient as well. I really could. This art, again, as I said, like, the art is nowhere near as good as Orient. Orient's art is on another level. That's why I said that this is like a mixture of Gachikuta meets Orient. Is that writing-wise and premise and shit, like, that is some Orient shit. It is. But, like, art-wise, it's leaning more into Gachikuta kind of art. That's what this is. But I really don't think this is the next Gachikuta. I don't. I think this is the next Orient. I really do. I stand by it. But again, or what this manga is trying to be, is the next Orient. The art is, oh god, this art is just not as good as Orient, though. I'm sorry. A celestial like me appears to search for his traces. It's a trap to eliminate the memory holder. Raikkonen is in danger. Raikkonen! Raikkonen! I know this is in this is in my memories. I know it doesn't mean anything, but so what? Even if it's an illusion, there's no way I could just leave these people's bodies alone. No good too. This design is sick. I love this. Ooh. The reason Boros stood there dumbfounded was neither because he was shocked that an enemy, even a puppet, could unleash such a deadly display, nor because he felt guilt for failing to protect the boy's life. It was because the boy's head and torso, which had taken a lethal sword strike head-on, were still connected as if nothing had happened. Am I dreaming? I, who brought you back to life, know this best. That child is an ordinary kid who knows nothing of... Oh, that's what you think! Knows nothing of soul arts. I see this place is memory... No, that's what you think! He does know soul arts! I see this place is memory within the soul. It's a world where only the strength of the soul, soul power matters. Ooh, okay. Let's see. In other words, if you surpass them in soul power, you could break even a rogue immortal's techniques. No. Don't talk nonsense. Well, and this somewhat did happen in Orient with Musashi and the Obsidian Goddess's power. Yeah. Even if in theory that might be true, but even if it was a puppet, what you took was an immortal sword, right? Immortal sword, right? If that's the case, this place is my memory. This place is by memory alone, so don't interfere. If that's the case, get out of my body! Woo! What an extraordinary amount of soul power. This is beautiful. This is where I'm like, yeah, I could see Arana's art here. Yeah. Again, as I've been saying, I could see why people think this is the next Gachikuta because of the art style. But it's not. It's trying to be the next Orient. That's what it's trying to be, a concept. Yeah, the protagonist looks like Runo, but like, dude, I can see through the bull. I can see through this. This is trying to be Orient. That's what this is. This is straight up Orient. Woo! Raikkonen, give the order in your soul. Don't think with your head. Your soul isn't there. Where the soul sleeps. That's right. Right here. Woo! Yeah! Disappear! Disappear! Yes! Again? I have to stress this. This is like an Orient when specifically when Musashi is tapping into the Obsidian Goddess's power. Because that power, I'm spoiling it, you have to deal with it, but I have to make this point. The thing is, the Obsidian Goddess's power is deep inside of Musashi. He has to like go into his heart and soul to tap into that power. That's why I'm like, yeah, this is very, very much like Orient in that regard. But Raikkonen himself is very much giving like a mixture of Kojiro. Part of me wants to say Musashi to an extent. Well, Musashi to an extent, obviously. With a little bit of Rudo mixed in there too. But I feel like it's more so, well, Rudo because of the design, obviously. But like, personality-wise, it's definitely more of a mixture of Kojiro and Musashi. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. So you're going, Roro. Thanks, Raikkonen. No, I'm the one who should thank you. Even if it was a dream, I feel relieved. But I can't help but think, Roro. What if I had met you sooner? I guess I was used to a strong guy like you. I wonder if I was able to protect the things that were precious to me. That is, I wonder about that. By the time I became a half-decent immortal... Wait. Half-decent immortal? What? Most of the reasons I wanted to become one had vanished from this world. But still, Raikkonen, even so, you want to become like me? A strong man like me? Aww. Don't misunderstand, okay? I'm not taking you as my disciple because of your talent. Liar. You don't realize it yourself? Raikkonen, I told you, didn't I? The one I saved was you alone. All of the remaining children, including the babies, you saved them by yourself, didn't you? You know what, Raikkonen? Be proud of it. It's a good thing, you know. This is how, training with me, training will be rough. If you oversleep, I won't forgive you. This is how I, with Roro, began chasing the enemy. That's what it says here. But in terms of the series, I like it. I really like the direction it's going in. And the art is pretty, but again, I can't see what's going on. This is very much giving Orient meets Gachiakuda. It really is. I'm not mad at it. It's like, the thing is with Orient that I think that people don't understand, especially people that don't read Orient, or have never read Orient. Orient, when it came out, I remember when I covered it, like, I lost my shit. Orient was extremely original. Like, everything Orient did was, like, original as fuck, what it did. So, like, to see a series that's trying to, like, kind of do something a little similar to it, I welcome it, because I love Orient. But the thing that Orient has, that obviously, there's no Bushi here, which I'm glad to see, obviously. I like that it's involving soul arts. I feel like, to an extent, like, part of me is like, is there... Nah, I can't say there's a Elusive Samurai up in here. No. That would be wrong. Elusive Samurai is a different beast. I do like the soul art stuff here. I do like, I like the rituals and shit like that. Again, it makes me think of Orient, but the thing is, Orient is just so goddamn pretty and so a lot of the shit in there is so goddamn original. It's gonna be really hard to live up to it. But the art style being very much like Arana's, if that's what this mangaka is going for, that's gonna be hard too. I'm glad, but the thing is, I will say though, is I'm glad it's not trying to straight up be Orient in terms of art and writing and concept. I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's kind of like, as I said, you could tell that a lot of the inspiration is from Orient. You could definitely tell, as I said, a lot of this shit is straight up like inspired from Orient. But it's not having an identity crisis. It's doing its own thing. It's Orient, but with sages instead of Bushi. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. Do I think this one will survive? I don't know. I really don't know how this one's going to do. I like, as I said, I like it. I do, again, you're talking to someone that loves Orient, so it's like, and also, I've been with Gachiakuda since chapter 1 as well, so, like, day 1 of its serialization, so. I don't know with this one. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I do. but I don't know if it will have the same momentum that Gachi Yakuta has had, or the same momentum. Well, Orient didn't get as much momentum as I'd love it for it to have had, but I don't know. I really don't. This one's a wild card for me. We'll see how this one goes. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Sensen Senki content. If you wish, you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!